Hi, Steph here. Thanks so much for joining me. I am here given the odd camera angle, and hopefully you can hear me. I never really know when I'm outside of the office. So we are doing a mat today that has been in manifestation mode for quite some time. It's made in the name of Namaste. You can see it here scribed and written. It has been enhanced with abstract and ancient background, so a lot of the browns for the scroll feel, for that ancient feel, and then the colors of the energy centers, which has been a focus of mine. So you can go over top of your yoga mat. It can lay right on top of a carpet, or as well you can hang it accordingly. So if you'd like to join me to see what other shape symbols, tarot, and oracle stand out, hopefully you can hear me okay. You can take a moment. You're welcome to join me. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath. Roll the head and neck around. Roll the eyes around. Even move the tongue and the teeth. I'm clenching. Let's let go of the linear, the tight grip. Release. And when you're ready to wander with me, open your eyes and let's go. Okay. So starting up here at the crown, I'm seeing a hippopotamus, and it's a very playful hippopotamus. And I'm also seeing that dog that is in the Never-Ending Story. I can't remember his name. I think it's a flying dog. I know maybe the boy's name is Atreyu. Anyway, he's up there. If you know his name, feel free to comment below. We're in the crown chakra for Namaste. May the light in me meet the light in you. May the dark in me greet the dark in you. Nothing is hidden. All is out on the table. Connected. I'm seeing the violet flame. I'm not entirely sure what cultural teaching that's in. It could be Saint Germain. I believe they might have something to do with the violet flame, but I'm not entirely sure. But I am seeing that. And I'm also seeing like the balance of all that is as like my pet monster. And you can see it and nurture it any which way. Working for or against you, it's like try or do not. It's all the same. We have here tidy home, clarity and organization, a herald of change, and a jeweled web connectivity. If you want to take those in, I'm going to plop them off to the side here and just vision board style work our way around the mat of what really just stands out. Obviously, I'm heading right into the throat chakra. I'm feeling very connected to the earth on this mat. I feel very harmonious in the change that I'm creating within myself. I feel well that I'm sitting on this mat right now, infusing it with clarity as I'm organizing my thoughts, organizing my energy, even in like the connectivity of my neurosystems, my web, if I may, of my entire being. That's how I'm feeling as I'm sitting here right now. I feel it's interesting that I see, or what's come up here is the fallen angel, spiritual narcolepsy. And then we have the other cards, caterpillar, gathering around the power of community. As I'm sitting in this mat right now, I feel as though I'm connecting to my very own community, my consciousness community. The pairing of my meat suit and mindset, my multiverse and my humanness. And the opportunity is here is being granted with me. And it's almost as if I'm falling back in a trust exercise. That's how I'm feeling. Like if I was to lay here in Shavasana, I'd be like, yes, I am surrendering to the flow, surrendering to the fall after a practice, after a meditation, instilling any sort of changes that I would like to start, like a neuroconnectivity. That's how that is feeling, and it's feeling quite brilliant, if I may. Like, it's making me hesitate putting the mat up for sale. But I will, but because the support helps more mats to come into manifestation. But I am really digging the vibes of this mat. It's made on raw, rough cut canvas. Yeah, it's signed and dated on the back, so it's authentic. You'll also get a letter of authenticity. Anyway. So we have Dancer of Lies. Something else unseen as we're coming into the past the throat, the threshold of the throat, and coming into the interesting. Okay, moving from the threshold of the third eye. That's where I'm at, and I'm in the third eye, but my throat was in my third eye, and I want to acknowledge that. This is my reading of this mat. So my throat, when I was doing the clearing, but I was in my third eye space, not the crown, my third eye space. And those two are connected, at least in this moment. And maybe you can resonate with that. Like what I see all the time, or what you sense around you, beyond your mat, beyond your home, beyond your job, the identities of all these things, the things that I'm feeling, am I identifying with? We all get it. It is in this moment I'm realizing I'm going to clear my throat for a certain clarity. And I'm not going to lie to myself anymore. I'm not going to, Dancer of Lies, lie to myself to say it's not real. Or this is how I'm feeling. But I'm not going to necessarily interconnect to identifying with it. I want to fall back and allow the trust fall to say, I see you, I feel you, and I'm experiencing whatever it is. And I'm going to clear my throat and allow that to happen and unfold. But in this moment, I'm feeling like I want to release all the identification factors. I'm seeing a wallet as I'm in the eye space. And I'm seeing a wallet, right, with all of our cards, all these things that tell us who we are, our height, our weight, our bone structure, our parents, our DNA, identifying with our jobs, our positions. And I'm seeing that all fall away. It is here I hold space for more abundance, purification. That is how this is feeling right in here. And you don't have to follow the map of the colors. You don't have to follow the map of the words if you find where the word namaste has been written. But it's a feeling of like, I almost kind of want to like hopscotch around the mat. But because I don't want to cause too much chaos in this reading, that's something to personalize. But it's almost calming, right? Okay, we have here a shaman of birth stepping forward as well. An unseen, the hunter of death, hunter of vision, the spirit of healing. And these were supported by purification, hunter of abundance, shaman of birth. I'm no longer lying to myself. My ideas, just because an idea of oneself or an idea we wish to pursue, and maybe it's not received well by the public, or maybe it doesn't make money. I don't know what it is. Whatever those indicators we would identify again with as permission or validation, relinquished. Everything here is relinquished. I'm existing as a bone structure. I'm existing as flesh. I'm existing as a mind, as a connectivity. This is my community, and I'm freeing all those parts as I'm cleansing them. It's like sending a surge through that is hunting for things, vision, hunting a hunter of death to release, that is lies, and not in a hasteful way, but they're just there so I can purify, be reborn in my bones of my being, heal, and bring in an abundance. Oh my goodness. This is fantastical. I'm loving it. I'm going to move down here. There's also this trifecta. Thank you. But I kind of want to see if anything larger comes through. I'm seeing, look at all these triangles stacked, at least from my point of view, that's how I'm seeing them. And I am stacking pyramid upon pyramid upon pyramid, like I'm making steps towards the sky, to the space of my soul that is so old, so old. I'm following rivers of my heart. Again, it's a very cleansing feeling. Cleaning house has just popped through. Almost, if I may, it's like if you had or like our Jeep, you can take everything out and like spray it down with the hose. This is how big it feels, like power washing everything, giving everything a good cleanse. This is powerful stuff here. Powerful stuff. I'm favoring nothing. I'm appreciating everything because it is all connected. But I want to create space for new wishes, wants, and desires, and wander into the unknown. Cleaning house. Details, details, details. Making choices, wishing well. And then unseen dragon's lair, gentle gardener. I will bring these up for you. Should they mean anything to you? Making a choice, wishing well. I feel like this is where we're at. Cleaning house, details, details, details. I hear that I'm not afraid. What is the dragon's lair? Because it's actually very light and white. And this is where my wizard resides. My wizard resides here. The male energy of me is the wizard. The female energy is nurturing the garden of the landscape of while I'm living in this lifetime. And I still don't even identify with this lifetime as a be-all, end-all. It's a grade, it's a school, it's a level, it's an expression, it's an experience. And I want to acknowledge that I'm growing things. Somebody in spirit has also stepped forward. If you feel as though making a choice, you are being wished well. We are being wished well here. Clarity is coming through the like magnifying glass. If I had my scryical to get into the fine details of the edging, right? All the little stories that tie everything together. There is a quick map or a quick road map here. I'm seeing like 007 or like Mission Impossible. And there's a scene from a movie or some of the movies. And they like go around a cliff and there's seaside on the one side and a cliff or canyon on the other, but they're speeding by. This is what that feels like. And it's like fist bumps. Yes, fist bumps. I'm also seeing someone with really long legs on stilts. It feels wonderful. Tall above, tall below. It's like I'm watching myself in my own reflections of the heart. Oh, it feels quite sweet. The comic is coming through. Eros, there's all that water, that river. Every bead, every tear is an offering. Sometimes we all, or at least I can speak for myself, humor is some of the best medicine, if you want to take those in. Because it brightens almost every aspect of the body. Humor, like on a cellular level, on a... Again, that flesh and bone smile, moving the cheeks, you know, the laughter when you're laughing so hard. And some people can just get you there, and it affects the whole body, all the colors of the self. It can even make you laugh so hard you can cry. And it's such a gift when it's offered to you, and it's such a gift when it happens organically to others as well. Oh, it feels stupendous, stupendous. Okay, I'm seeing a very large body with a very small head, and like their legs are gigantuous. Their muscles, the journey that one has been on. But the head is small because the ego is unrelated. Ego is for survival. And we like ease in survival. Ease. But this journey, it's like I'm seeing a... And I'm actually seeing it sideways. Sorry, I'm not sure how to express it. Building the body to believe, to embody the believe. Joy, beloved, radical acceptance, and reconciling wailing tree. I'll bring these up for you as well. He might be the master of reconciliations. He's already been to the tree. The joy, we had the comic and joy, music, laughter, anything that moves the whole body. Maybe you would be in a shavasana. Maybe you'd be in a meditation practice with music going on. Whatever the case, or you're outside and you feel the birds sing, the sunshine, the rains drop, whatever it is, it affects everything. This is how it's feeling. I am in this space, or you are here with me. This mat, this reading, the message is about you are the muse for Mother Earth. You are the muse. And by being the muse, your heart, what you embody, let it be beloved. Reconcile the pains. And know that some things burn away because those beliefs are no longer, they're outgrown, they're outlived. That's okay. It's okay. Be cradled by the Mother Earth. Be looked upon fondly by Father Sky. There's a card in here that shouldn't be in here. Dance for frustration. If we're ever frustrated, move to those moments, that music. Be the muse. Be the muse. Acknowledge when we feel frustration, we see things that frustrate us. But let us not identify with everything, so we are consuming information that is not for us to embody into our belovedness. Details, details, details. Trust fall, trust fall, trust fall. I am moving down a little bit, and for simplicity's sake, I'll say I'm in the sacral to solar plexus sacral, and I'm heading into the root space. Yes, we will say that, and hopefully you can still hear me. I apologize if you cannot. So what has come through first and foremost is sacred mountains, ancestors, spirit of the south, and elders. Give me a moment to rearrange here. And I want to see, okay. There are round glasses and a mustache. The mustache is in the shape of a bat. Your subconscious is speaking. That's how I'm feeling. Like a big spider of weaving and webbing things out. And this feels masculine. It feels like a masculine spider. Possibly even into crabland. But I'm sensing a spider. And it's holding something up in its glory. This is what I've created. This is what my root foundation, my generational lineage of this lifetime that I respect, that I honor, and I have been given and birthed into to utilize as another stepping stone. But I don't identify in the all that is. I can move away towards other things to further make a bigger web for my overall higher self, oversoul to enjoy and employ. And it's this right here. I hold this up. This spider is holding up. Again, I don't know, because I don't know if you can even hear me. If it's like, can you feel me? That's how. And I want to answer my own question. Yes, yes. May the light and the dark in me meet and greet the light and dark in you. And that is honor. Honor in this very moment. It is such an honorable thing to do, to sit with that. Spirit of water, ancient forest, to sit with it. Ancient forest and spirit of water, to feel how old you are and to not identify and be young. Be young at heart. Don't trick yourself. Don't trick yourself, but have fun. Have fun like the fox. Play in the wild. The wildness of being. Hold up what you create. Admire it. Admire it with no requirement of validation, but to appreciate anyone else, or the rarity of others coming forward to say, I feel you. I may not agree. I may disagree. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But this is what I've created from this lifetime, based on so many other things. How wonderful is this? It is like I can hear the thunder drum breaking off any trickster attitudes, breaking off any frustrations, because we are also human, and it feels well to be liked. It feels well to surround ourselves with others that can have conversations, that can have curiosities without competition, or challenges without combat. This expansion. And I feel like this pounding of this drum for this ancient knowing. It's like gathering of different parts and past lives, parallel lives, other people, energies gathering here, surrounding this mat, surrounding me in this moment. Clearing anything out with like tidal waves, to soothing washes, to the sound of the drum. The elders and ancestors all stepping forward to the sacred mountain of who I am, who you are. And it's a labyrinth, but it makes sense. And the only way to, not the only way, that's not true at all. The way to move through a labyrinth is to experience it. Trial and error, this way and that way. And then I'm seeing like stepping out like a bird's eye view. And then you can see other images, other paths. And I'm seeing one of those like mazes we might have done as a kid, like find your way, spirit keeper of the south, to your sun of self, your solar plexus. The drum always leads you back to remind you, to remind me, to remind those. That is where we heal, we replenish, is through the solar plexus, because it emanates out. It emanates to everything. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Closing out here at the end, and I say the end of this reading and of this map, but in all reality, there's a huge infinity symbol here, and there is a being standing on top of the seed of the stone, the philosopher's stone, saying, I am here and I am ready to go through this labyrinth. I am ready to meet my shadow and my shine. I am ready to honor that what flows and that what stays strong like earth, that burns like fire but also cleanses. I am willing to breathe here. And I begin this journey here. I ascend and I descend, and I know everything makes it stronger. The structure becomes stronger. I shapeshift in the mountain. Oh my goodness. I shapeshift accordingly. I utilize different resources. There are different beings in each section, and now I'm seeing like little mushroom men here helping. Again, bringing me back up to the top of the connectivity. It's even here in the solar plexus, or in the sacral and solar plexus, sorry. The connectivity. I'm destroying that what has been brought to me as poetry, and I'm acknowledging the dark poetry and relishing in it. There's no more faults, there's no more riddles, there's no more rings of the snake eating its own tail. The paradox doesn't exist. Destroying the poetic paradox, not because it's bad, not because I'm creating a judgment. When I reside in this space, the riddle, the ring, the fault line, I create the crack. I create the crack, and the light and dark coexist. I shift accordingly. And I know you can't quite see it, but there is a being here. I will bring it to you. I will bring it to you. Let's do it. I'm going to bring it up to you. And I know it's upside down for you, but this being right here. So I was talking about like this infinity symbol. That is the mountains. That is the mountains. And this being, no, we're just going to turn it. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better as well. There we go. This being right there, inside of the mountain, is the point. These are the mountains of the light and dark, the shadow and shine. And I'm going to shift accordingly, one way or the other, as I move through the ladder of life and of love, because it all has meaning. And I'm the one who gives it the meaning. Anyway, guys, I hope that you have been able to hear me. I feel like I have to yell through these, and I still will at some point in time find a better way. If you've noticed this mat on the back, I keep the very raw ink blot that bleeds through and the wiping, and as well where it's signed, because to me this reflects where the mess is. And the mess is what gives way to the reflection of the magic. And it always feels very authentic for me to embody that portion of the ink, the artistry, the whole kit and caboodle. We'll close out here with a few runes. I want to thank you so much for joining me. You've been awesome possum. We've got the squirrel. Oh, I'm walking through spider webs. Spirit's here. Walking through spider webs. We've got dolphins and the dog. I think it's the dog or it's the wolf, but I could be wrong. I will bring these up. Squirrel, play, preparing for a future. And don't worry about if you forgot things. Forgot things in a particular lifetime, different lifetimes. It is a wolf, lone wolf. If we've left ourselves other clues, or different versions of us have left things for us as clues, triggers, positive or negative, they serve. They serve because those are actually other parts of us that we can identify with. Interestingly enough, though, for some maybe not so clearly. But yet in this very moment, those are the actual frequencies I feel like I identify with. Those existences. And I want to help them help me, help them help me. Because by doing that, coming into the bottom of the infinity symbol, help me, help you, help me. Then it shares and it makes it bigger and bigger, and I bump into somebody else who's helping them, helping you, helping me, helping them. And it bumps into somebody else, and it bumps into somebody else. I hope I'm explaining this well, but it feels fantastic. So the fox also has come through again in time to move migration. So maybe at some point in time, Whether you're just enjoying this reading for what it is, know that in the stillness of sitting and wandering with me through the aura of this reading, of this Rorschach, of the runes, when you feel that solar plexus shared between us as another aspect of you, another awareness, another existence of you, it encourages, like that's where the passion inspires movement, subtle, large. Even if it's an action of the mind and the mental state. We have here relationship, mating, crocodile, trust in self, and last but not least, bare inner voice. It is here in this message that I've been listening the whole time to the inner voice, looking at all the things that I identify with, looking at the things I don't identify with, and not in a do and a don't, but in a cleansing to get to the purification point. So when I arise, when I walk out of this reading, walk out of this message, I feel well in what I'm exuding from me. And I'm seeing it like one of those like fluorescent lamps, or like, what are those things like you crack and then they like start to illuminate? That's what it feels like. And I'm trusting in myself and my inner voices. I said voices because it's true, because I'm trusting that my higher self is communicating to my oversoul, and it communicates back down, the ascent and the descent. That's the relationship, the mating between my male and my female. Human to higher self, to the holistic nature of the oversoul, to the galacticness. I'm cleansing out any venom in the solar plexus that it maybe is like eclipse nature. It's like I am okay. Any storms that come my way, I almost want to place myself in the eye where it's calm. Breathe. Trust fall. Trust fall. I'm going to close out this message with the card that's on the bottom, which is Agape Love. Please receive that. I hope you've heard this message. I hope you enjoyed the awkwardness that is always me trying to do mat messages, but I fully appreciate it. And until next time in the next mat, as they come up as best I can in the time restraints and the amount of time they take to manifest, but I adore making them. They tickle the tangible and the third eye. And like I said, if you're interested in this one, the link is below. And until next time, gratitude galore.